Okay, finally, Brocker, do you have any concerns about ring rust? You obviously haven't fought in a year, and you didn't take a tune-up fight like many fighters would have. Is there any concern on your part about that?
I've had about 40 tune-up fights in the last 8 weeks in training camp.
All right, thank you. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
We'll go next to Larry Volmer with the Journal News.
This question is for Brock. Do you find it hard to consume as many calories with your new diet than you were before your illness?
Yes and no. You know, I'm eating a lot cleaner. I'm eating right now. I'm eating chicken breast, steamed broccoli, and some boiled potatoes. But it just food becomes part of my life. You know, it's part of the regime. I've had to change my diet, and you have to make it a part of your life. I don't get to eat like I used to, but it's a good thing. I feel better. I recover faster, and I just if I wasn't seeing the results that I'm seeing, it'd be very hard to do. But no, I'm consuming about 3,200 calories a day, 300 grams of protein, lots of carbs, lots of good, So the hardest part is getting the protein in one day. But no, I'm seeing the results, so it's exciting.
Do you think you'll have to cut as much weight to get to 265 as you have previously in your fights?
I don't have to cut any weight this time. I finished this morning, right on weight. So I'm 265 pounds right now.
Great. Thanks a lot, Brock.
Thanks.
We'll go next to Mike Chiappetta with Fan House.
Brock, kind of following up on that a little bit. Who is your strength and conditioning coach for this time? Is this somebody new that you brought in?
I'm working with a guy. His name is Luke Richardson. He was with Athletes Performance out of Phoenix, Arizona for many years, and now he's with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so it's been great. I've known Luke for years, and it just kind of worked out where we brought him on full time now. So it's been good. His name is Luke Richardson.
Where did you first meet him?
I met him when I was training for football, and I went down to Athletes Performance in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. And this question is for both of you guys. Just kind of wondering, obviously there's a huge interest level in this fight among fans with Brock returning and Shane being undefeated. I'm wondering if there's sort of a different sense of nervousness or excitement for you guys, for Brock, facing a guy that's unbeaten and kind of a chance to solve that puzzle, and for Shane, that shot at being the champion. If I guess, Shane, you could address first.
This is every fight is your biggest fight, and this is definitely the biggest fight of my career, and I'm excited about it. But going into it, I approach everything the same, and it's the same as my last fights, and I don't try to approach it any different.
Brock, you want to address that as well?
What was the question?
Just if there's a different sense of nervousness or excitement about this fight for you, given the comeback and a chance to fight someone that's unbeaten.
I'm just excited to get back in the octagon. I don't give a damn who it is. I'm excited just to fight. The thing about records and knockouts and this, that, and the other thing, you can't pay any attention, because anything can happen once the octagon closes, and the only thing that you have control of is your training camp, and you go into these fights to be the best prepared that you can possibly be, and there's always that puncher's chance of things happening, but you want to try to prevent all those things, and you're in control and you're kind of not at the same time. You want to be offensive and defensive and you know, and try to come out on top, and that's what we train for.
Okay, one more quick question, and I'll let someone else hop on. Shane, what size are you right now, and are you surprised that Brock is a little smaller than he used to be coming in? He says 265 right now.
I'm weighing about 275 right now, but you know, it's about where I'm usually sitting about 2 weeks out. So, you know, by the time I get there, it's not much of a cut for me either. I'll probably be on weight and stuff. It's simply some water that has to come out. Am I surprised about Brock? No, you know, I know he had to come back from diverticulitis and put that weight back on, and you know, with cleaning up his diet and everything, I'm sure he's just as strong and probably more explosive. And you know, the weight, the extra weight that we carry, I don't think it's that important. It's coming in and feeling your best, and you know, I feel like I come in best when I'm right around 265 and get down there. So the weight thing isn't really that big a deal.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for the insight. Looking forward to the fight.
We'll go next to Matt Smith with Gunnison Country Times.
Hey Shane, being a small town guy for the most part, you know, that's spent a lot of time here in the Gunnison Valley. What's it like to be, you know, at this stage that you're at, being the, you know, center of attention in the national circuit as well as the world?
It's a little bit different than you know, than being in Gunnison, but I still treat life the same and have the same friends, and that, you know, my close family is always behind me, and you know, the circle is still the same. It's just that, you know, there's a lot more people involved and stuff, but you know, when I come home and it's always the same. I'm with my family and friends, and I'll actually be up in Gunnison, you know, for some reunions this summer. So you know, not much has really changed, just more exposure.
Yeah, definitely. What you know, in the days leading up to this event, have you been in contact with that support group of, you know, like WAGs and some of the guys you still keep in touch with from Western State?
Definitely. You know, Wagner is like he's like a dad to me, and you know, I'm always in contact with him. And in fact, I just talked to him yesterday, and you know, I usually talk to him, you know, at least a couple times a month and stuff. So you know, he's always been real close to me since I've been there.
Okay. The last question for both of you. What, you know, being both of your very successful collegiate wrestlers, what do you see being a difference maker inside the octagon as far as the skill set you're going to bring on July 3rd?
You know, just both of us being wrestlers, you know, it'll be interesting when you get in there, you know. Like I said, anything can happen. You only have 4-ounce gloves on, and your margins for error have to be pretty small, especially being heavyweights.
How about you, Brock? What do you think?
You know, I believe that you know, where I went to college and the Division I title that I have, I believe you know, I've got a lot of confidence in my wrestling. I got a lot of confidence in my coaching staff and my training partners. You know, like I said, I've surrounded myself in this camp with former Division II and Division I national champions, and so I'm coming in this fight well prepared for my opponent. That's for sure.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll go next to Sam Parker with Zoo Magazine.
Hi guys, I'm greeting from London. I just wanted to ask Brock something first of all. Given Shane's record, given the fact that you're making your comeback, are you expecting this to be the toughest fight of your career?
Well, I think every fight is a tough fight. There's been no easy fights for me since I stepped foot in the octagon. Shane, you know, poses some different threats that I haven't had. One being the size and strength, and the wrestling. You know, I faced Randy Couture, who has, you know, more wrestling credentials than both Shane and I put together. So, you know, there's that's about it. Shane's heavy-handed, and and you know, he's a Division II national champion wrestler, and he's got 12 fights. I took a different route. I got thrown to the wolves right away, where Shane's been able to get out and cut his teeth a little bit, and where I was thrown into the cage right away, and you know, had to fight, had big fights right away. So every fight's a big fight. It's whether or not if you're prepared for them or not, and I believe that I am.